One of the many day trip excursions from Cusco goes to Laguna Humantay. The tour costs around $25 per person, including a breakfast and lunch buffet in the small village of Mollepata. After breakfast, the tour buses continue on an unpaved road to Soraypampa, the starting point of the famous Salkantay Trek, which is at 3,900 metres above sea level. From here, we hike for 2 hours, ascending 350 metres up to Laguna Humantay, and have an hour there before hiking back down. On our return trip, the tour bus stops once again in Mollepata for the buffet lunch, before heading back to Cusco in the late afternoon.
It's just after 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's in the middle of the night. It's freezing cold, and we're getting ready for our hike to Humantay Lake. We have to be down at the main square at 4:45. Obviously at night everybody's putting out their garbage to be picked up. We don't see that during the day, thank God. Police is up here. This is truly disgusting. The dogs are just ripping up the bags to eat. Poor binmen. It's a little spooky. There's nobody out on the streets. I think these people didn't go to bed. They're still up partying. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, or 4:45. Here's the Plaza de Armas. So we're supposed to wait in front of McDonald's, which is here, and it's still closed. There's police everywhere here. It's a little hectic here this morning because all the buses look the same. But we got contacted by WhatsApp, and we're getting picked up in 2 minutes. We think. Let's see. 1 minute. 1 minute. They really all look the same. So here we are. My glasses are fogged up.
We're still waiting.
Still waiting, but we're getting picked up. We're in WhatsApp contact with a guide, Maribel. Obviously, we have a female guide. I don't know. Oh, hell, it's not in there. I can't see. So here we are. Morning.
Rice for breakfast. Rice and fruit and bread and jam. We're so glad to be on a tour bus this morning instead of driving the narrow and very bumpy road from Mollepata to Soraypampa with Vinny 2 for an hour. Every single seat on the bus is occupied, and there are roughly 50 other vans going the same way this morning. Surprisingly, only a few people besides us are actually wearing a face mask.
So it's 5 to 9 and we got to the starting point of the track. We have beautiful weather today. There's quite something going on here. This is our group. And this is Mirabel, our tour guide.
Mirabel gives us a quick overview of the hike today. We're starting at 3,900 metres in Soraypampa. Laguna Humantay is up at 4,250 metres above sea level, and it should take about 1.5 hours to get there. The trek is almost all uphill, and the trail is steep and a little slippery in some places. Hiking sticks are provided. At this altitude, breathing is more difficult, and Mirabel gives us a muña, a medicinal plant called Minthostaki, a genus of the mint family.
Helen says it's 9:06 and we're starting our walk, pole, very slowly, which is nice. We have a beautiful day and hopefully it's a nice view onto the laguna today.
Lots of other groups are hiking the same trail with us this morning, and we have to be careful not to lose sight of ours. We seem to be the oldest in our group, and Mirabel asks us several times if we're actually fit enough to do this hike. Little does she know.
There's still a nice glacier up there. We This is the last shop to buy some drinks. We're at 3,900 meters and we go up to 4.2. There's some down tents here. There's a hut here. Mountain over there is Salkantay, 6,243 meters high. And the one we're going up is Humantay, about 5,200 meters. And Marisa just said 70 years ago the glaciers were all the way across these mountains. So they're receding a lot, which is a real shame. Humantay, 5,200 and something meters.
You can either hike up to Laguna Humantay or take one of the horses. 4 people in our group choose this option, and there are many others this morning. Horses seem to have right of way on this trek, a little annoying for us hikers. We are left in the dust, which doesn't really make breathing any easier.
We're now free to walk on our own up to the Laguna, which is good. We can walk on our own pace, and you can see the line of horses and people going up that way. It's not too difficult to find the path.
It's a beautiful morning, and the views of the mountains and glaciers are spectacular. The trek from Soraypampa to Laguna Humantay is a little over 2 kilometers long. It doesn't sound much, but walking steeply uphill in high altitude is not an easy task. Laguna Humantay is 5,473 meters or 17,956 feet high, and Laguna Humantay is named after this mountain.
So now we reach the open plateau here. We've climbed quite a bit already. Down there's the village, and here's the rest of the group coming. Oi, oi, oi. Steep part here, somebody's taking down the trail. You can go past Helen. I don't know, the horses went a different way. Yeah. Can you do it? Yeah, careful. Done some kind of a traffic jam here with horses and we're having a small break.
Need a break?
That's it.
Broken the wrong place.
We're doing really well. We've climbed quite a bit. And we're doing short breaks just to sit down and get the heartbeat down a little bit. I need to cough.
We've done an hour and 20 minutes.
We have already? Wow, we must be close then to the Laguna.
Well,
Is it one and
my watch has gone kaput and added an hour or something.
Maybe it goes faster than we think it is. So maybe it's just up here. This is the ridge to the Laguna. But we still have quite a ways to go. Horses and everybody are snaking out there in a zigzag.
The last bit up to the Laguna is really steep. It's a good job that the clouds are slowly coming in so we don't overheat. Every few meters we take a short rest and enjoy the fantastic scenery around us. It's not very often that we are so close to glaciers. You can even make out the deep crevices.
This is as far as the horses go. We're 1 hour 45 into the hike.
Yes.
And it's only about 5 to 10 minutes more. It's just that up that ridge, maybe. Almost there. There's even a shop up here. So, the last few meters. a bit of a zoo up here. Uy, ay, ay.
Laguna Humantay is considered one of the most beautiful and sacred lakes in the Cusco region, with its turquoise waters surrounded by snow-capped mountains.
So we found a spot with nobody else in, but it's a zoo up here. Everybody's taking photos, of course. It's a nice reflection though. And wow, we're climbing up here. This looks so beautiful. It's quite a steep path. We climbed the top now. It's truly a zoo up here with all these people. So this is the other side. Oh, I think the sun's coming out.
We're actually the only ones from our group that climbed the little hill above the laguna. So much for being old. Mirabel really didn't need to worry about us, and the views from the top are even better. The colour of the laguna is simply amazing. Talking about being older, I was actually allowed by the young people to skip the queue and get onto the rock before them. And one of the guys even helps me down. Really sweet of him.
Esta es muy bonita, pero...
Oh, that's very nice of you.
Nos están llamando, vamos.
Sí.
Sí, ya vamos.
Verán, los visitantes ahuyentan a estas especies.
After about half an hour, Mirabel calls for our group to come together again. She tells us about the importance of these mountains and lakes to the indigenous community, and also about the effects of climate change in this region. We might not see any of these impressive glaciers anymore in the future, and once they're gone, they're gone. It also starts to rain, and all of a sudden it's freezing cold up here.
My friend, it's a petition for the mountain, for the protection of the creature.
You need extra protection, Helen.
It's a protection, but the people is an energy. For the energy of Mother Earth.
You take energy for both of us.
Mi policía. Tengo
Of it is for
protección
the
aquí.
other husband, otro esposo, other babies.
We're too old for babies.
At Humantay Lake, a 1,000-year-old ceremony is held in honour of Pachamama, Mother Earth. Once you arrive at the lake, you have to participate in the ceremony to express your gratitude for arriving at the lake safe and sound, and to make a personal wish. For that, Mirabel passes coca leaves around, and you have to arrange them between your fingers in a certain way. Then you can make a wish for yourself or for somebody else. Envision it in your head so it becomes true, and then give thanks to the three sacred mountains: Humantay, Salkantay, and Ausangate.
No sé cuál sea la petición, yo lo voy a hacer por dentro. 1, Humantay. 2, Salkantay. 3, Ausangate. Al terminar esto,
What's the test?
cada
I
uno
didn't hear that.
dice, no sé cuál sea la petición que hagan, vamos a realizar.
Afterwards, you place the coca leaves on the ground and bury them under a rock pile.
You have to bury them or what?
No, you build a stone.
Humantay, Salkantay y
Ausangate.
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 Este
Okay.
es el primer protector de nosotros, de las personas y de los quechas. Cada uno, en este punto,
Augansate. Humantay. Samantay. Y Augunsate. Yo no sé.
¿ok?
Okay, now we have to put it all
Dejen todo
in
lo
there.
negativo y dejen la mejor petición que deseen para ustedes, para un futuro. Exacto. Esa hoja, volteala, por favor.
Okay. Do we have to put it in a special way?
I am just putting it
Just
in.
the 3 in.
I think yours are upside down.
No, my friends.
This way around. I guess now we're building a stone.
Ahora sí, por favor. Uno encima, uno encima, uno encima. Exacto. La que sigue.
Do we need a small one? I ruined it.
You toppled the tower.
I toppled the whole thing. Is this bad luck now? We're missing 2 girls apparently, but I'm sure they find their way. Now the laguna is almost empty. That's a lot better now. So now we're going back. Keep going. Ciao, Humantay, Salkantay, Aguan Saute, or whatever, I can't remember these names. Now we have to go all the way down. I think the horses are all gone as well. And now the sun's coming back out. We had hail up there for a moment. It's actually quite cold. We were sweating all the way on the way up. Now we've put our raincoats on just for wind protection. Helen's got cold hands. We have our gloves. It's about 1.5 hours down, and it was 2 hours up, exactly 2 hours up for us. And then we went up to the top to take some more shots, which was nice. So, the fittest of the fittest. Everybody looked a little suspicious at Helen with her grey hair, and who was up on the top?
Helen with her grey hair.
Yeah,
The very, very top. A lot of other people didn't do that.
they. We did the upper part, and we enjoyed that, didn't we? Now it's easy to come down. It's just a little hard on the feet though, because you're slipping in your shoes.
It's gravel, it's
Yeah.
gravel.
Because of the horses. Yeah, it's not that easy to hike. But it's spectacular scenery. It was just too overcrowded. We're actually one of the last groups to come down, and it's much nicer now. Because it's not so, people have music on and the horses and everything. We don't really like that. We prefer to hike in silence and peace.
Ah. We're almost down the bottom, not very far. One of the bridges that we have to go across the river.
Very interesting flowers here. It's a tree. So we're already back down. We're feeling good. There's the village. We're on our way to the car park. This is Salkantay in the afternoon. 6,243 meters. Quite impressive. Está todo bien. Hola. Solar showers, tents. Looks kind of nice. Sky Dome Lodge.
Time to go back to Cusco. We're extremely happy. It's been a fabulous day and a superb hike up to Laguna Humantay. It was well worth coming out here to enjoy the amazing scenery. Of course, all the tour buses are here at the same time, and it was super crowded. If you want to do this trip in peace and come up here with your own vehicle in the late afternoon, be aware of a lot of oncoming traffic on this very narrow road between Mollepata and Soraypampa. You can either book accommodation in Soraypampa or stay in your motorhome on one of the car parks. We didn't want to put Binny 2 under stress on this very bumpy road, and all in all, it wouldn't have been much cheaper than this tour. The breakfast and lunch buffet stops are well organised. The food is okay, basic, but you can eat as much as you want. We're all hungry after the hike and need the fortification for the 100-kilometre drive back to Cusco. A very interesting tour ends after 12 hours, and we still have the energy for the steep walk back up to the campground in the dark under a full moon sky. Another famous day tour from Cusco is the Sacred Valley of the Incas. This tour is jam-packed with highlights, such as Chinchero, the centre of weaving in Peru with its ancient Inca ruin, the circular terraces at Moray, which were used by the Incas for agricultural experiments, the beautiful salt flats of Maras, Ollantaytambo, another ancient Inca temple and fortress, and Pisac, a UNESCO World Heritage Site with spectacular terraces.